Hi everybody, Mature Simmer here. So welcome back to American Truck Simulator in the Back to Basics series. Trying to get over to the Kansas area, which is kind of the latest addition to the map. So of my choices, this is the job I'm going to take. We're going to take some mercuric chloride over from CASPER to Cheyenne. Alright, so just making sure we're all set. So I know it's been a while, so I apologize, but being out of town and had, real world stuff constraining what I could do and so forth. So just trying to get back into the swing of things. So for those who have been missing some truck simulator content,
turn right.
Hope you've caught this and we'll go forward. I am a little bit under the weather. My voice may sound a little bit weird, but I didn't want to make you guys wait any longer if I could avoid it. But I'm hoping it won't be too terrible. And I may have to edit out some coughing if I end up getting to that point. It's not been too bad, but you never know. But dedicated to the audience and want to get some material out there because I know it's been probably coming up on 2 months since there's been any truck simulator content of any kind, because I'm still waiting on Euro Truck for the Pro Mods update so that I can add West Balkans in and so forth, and we're still not there on that side. So right now American Truck Simulator is where it will be at for truck simulator content. Alright, so not quite sure how far I'm gonna need to go here. Well, we got some train going by there. Still a little bit short, that's always been complaint from about SCS is, hey, why aren't the trains longer? But of course if they made them normal, people would be like, I'm waiting at the train crossing for 15 minutes. Why is the train so long? So I don't know that you can make everybody happy, and so they need to make a choice. I think we need to go to FedEx, so it's obviously not telling me to turn left. Hopefully that won't change.
Go straight.
There we go. Go straight. I'm going to move over, though, because otherwise I'm going to be behind this line of trucks, and not that I can go any faster than them, but if I can get by a little bit, that always is helpful. Oh, gotta be careful, it's only 30 here in town. Don't need to get myself any kind... Oh, now I need to keep right. It's not a left turn only thing, is it? Because I can't go to the right, so I'm gonna stay where I'm at. But yeah, I don't need a speeding ticket. That would be a bad result.
Keep left, and then turn left.
Alright, so maybe we're going to the BNSF depot. CASPER police in front of us there. So, not sure if you can see it. There we go. Hopefully that's pretty obvious. So, just waiting to go, enjoying the activities here in town. Center building. I don't know what it's the center of. I don't know if it's an official city building or what it's meant to be, or what it is, because sometimes it's hard to know unless you're from a specific area. What's like an actual thing they modeled that's really there. I was a little confused. I've got that mirror down on in the front, and it's sitting where that license plate to the car to the right is, and I was like, why is the license plate so strangely blurred? It looked like it was like streaked letters, and I'm like, is there some weird graphic problem? And then I realized what I was looking at. So, silly me. So let's see, are we going to be on the other side of the viaduct? I assume so. And that's obviously where the train tracks are, with the train that just went by. But I don't know where else it would take me, if not here. So
Get ready to turn right.
there we go. So I am accurate with that.
Turn right, and then turn right.
See this Pepsi truck. What are they doing? Okay, I don't understand. What do I do now? Or do I go to the next? No?
Turn right.
This is confusing. Do I have to go in here, or do I go in? I guess I go in here. Okay. So it, like, intentionally routes me. I guess that's a creative way to do it, as opposed to just blocking it with arrows. They have, like, a Pepsi truck unloading. So, Wyoming's a newer state. It's not that new, but I've not been here, obviously.
Have arrived at your destination.
All right. So hopefully there wasn't any time constraint. All right, there we go. Now we're going to need to go get it, filled up like we did. So it's interesting filling this kind of stuff at this type of a location. But let's see, can I just... No, of course I can't pull through, because that would make it too easy. So we're going to have to back ourselves up. Again, in this series, I'm trying to stay in cab, try to keep it realistic, so you're going to get to listen to the backup beeping. But hey, if you like trucks, this is probably, a sound you hear in your dreams. So... Alright, maybe not quite there yet. A lot of Pepsi around this town. Alright. So, I think we'll be in there. Not too bad of a job. I was beginning to wonder, to be honest. I was like, what is happening? Am I off a little bit? But we're good. Alright, so we're going to load. Seems to take us the better part of an hour every time we load up, so... Alright, so let's head out. So not a terribly long way here, but I think it'll be more than enough to get going, especially given that I'm having difficulty talking. I know I've had to, well, hopefully I've edited out the couple times where I've gone into a bit of a coughing fit. I may have missed it. If I did, I apologize, but I try to be kind of diligent when I'm doing my editing so that it's a good quality video for you.
Turn left.
Turn left and then turn left. Ooh, that is an old van. I used to have a van, not that color or anything, it was brown. But I had one of those, conversion vans, that's right. I'm like, what were they called? But yes, we used to call them conversion vans. So, it was a thing in the, 80s and 90s. So, it goes back a ways. There's probably people here watching this video that weren't even alive in the 80s and 90s, so probably had no idea. And yes, they weren't just used by creepy people. We had it to tow our travel trailer and used it when we went on vacation. It had, swivel seats inside, paneling. It was all comfy and exciting. It's pretty kitschy at this point if I look back on it, but it was the thing to do in the day, and it was either that or just a drab old van that really did look like you were going around. There's not really a better reference for it, so I'm just going to say it, like you were going around kidnapping children or something. But, so yeah, so it was like you wanted a van. You got a conversion van so that you didn't look like a potential criminal or something. You were either a contractor with a traditional van, and also the one that could be confused. But yeah, if you didn't have your own contracting business and you were driving one of those vans around, most people thought, their initial thought of you was you're a creep or something. There must be something wrong with you. Keep an eye on that guy. So I did not want that, so we went ahead with the conversion van. So look at all that discussion we got to at least still not get us through the red light, but I tried. So again, I've got extended light timing in here because otherwise they just change so frequently that it gets crazy. In a town you're constantly stopping, where here at least it can be a little more realistic, where now I might be able to get through one or two of these lights without having to wait. If I can get through this next one, oh no, there's one more. But if I can get through this, that'll get me one light closer to leaving Casper.
And then turn left.
Yep. Well, we want to get there in time for the arrow, so I'm going to push it a bit.
Turn left.
Looks like we're okay. Let's say Yellowstone. It does. I think it's Yellowstone Highway. But Yellowstone's kind of, I don't know, Casper's centrist located. Centrally, I don't know that it's centrist. I'm pretty sure most of the residents of Wyoming, at least the stereotypical assumption is that they're pretty conservative. So, centrist might be something they might take offense to. They might be like, I'm not center at all. I'm very conservative. But, so, centrally located is what I mean. Within the state. But Yellowstone's over in the northwest corner. Unless I'm remembering my geography wrong.
Turn right.
Turn right. Okay. This is an interesting bit of travel here. So, I'm enjoying it. Hopefully you are. We got a bit of a factory out there. Big complex. That would be a place that they might need someone like me, but if that was available, yeah, that's the Texaco plan. Absolutely could use a tanker, but that is not what I decided to haul, and I'm not sure I saw anything from them, so. But we are now on our way down to Cheyenne. Again, the goal is to get down to Kansas just so we can take a little bit of a look-see, see what we've got down there in the new DLC that was made available just before the holidays. So we'll get over there. In the interim, since I've been gone, I was kind of waiting to get on the road to start having this conversation. So aside from the fact that Nebraska and Arkansas are in the pipeline, they have announced the third in the works state, which is Missouri. Sorry, I'm from Illinois originally. We used to call it Missouri. So, it's a nice state, though. I've visited there. I've gone down to Branson, Missouri, kind of a touristy trap destination down in that area of the country. Table Rock Lake on the border of Arkansas. So I'll be curious to see if they model that area at all when they do it, because it is definitely a tourist destination for a lot of Midwesterners. So they have a lot of kind of music shows. Tends to be either like old-timey music or maybe more country or gospel type things. There's a lot of folks that'll go there, and set up a theater like Lee Greenwood Lee Greenwood has a theater in like Gallenberg area. I'm trying to think. There was somebody like that though that was down in Branson. I think they've since left, but there's a comedian again talking about conversion vans and back from the 80s and 90s, and I'm not implying he had a conversion van, so nobody come and still representing him come after me or something for saying something wrong, but it's just that same time period. But there was a comedian, Yakov Smirnov. He's got a theater down there, and there's other stuff like that. But but my wife and I enjoy hiking. We were hoping, well, we're in the Ozark Mountains, and we went and we asked the locals. We're like, well, we'd love to go hiking, and they're like, yeah, there's really nothing around here to do that. So we found this tiny little trail near like the dam and the river that they pointed us to, kind of in a park area that was maybe half a mile long. And that was all the hiking we got to do for the whole week we were there. So we ended up getting sucked into more of the touristy things than we thought, because otherwise we would have just sat in our room all day. We wanted to do something. But that state has been announced just in the last week or so. So I don't remember if it was, I don't think it was announced before the end of 2023. I think it was an announcement right after the new year. But I would expect, it's going to be a good many months, because that's just kind of the typical process. But I was hoping that we might have seen Nebraska before the end of the year, but that didn't happen. So, but I'm assuming that's going to be the next one to be completed. But we'll see how it goes. But it is an interesting way they're going, because you still have Louisiana, which is down south of Arkansas, and it over by Texas, near Texas and Arkansas there. So that one's not announced yet. And we still got North and South Dakota to finish up kind of the squaring off or rectangularing off the country. Or maybe those people who are like just dying to get their wish of like just stay in the southeast and get to Florida really fast. Maybe that's what they're going to be doing. But I would think it would be cleaner to just kind of build the country out north to south fully all the way across, rather than again creating this diagonal cut or something. But we'll see what they do, because again, Missouri's straight above Arkansas. Borders Illinois, which again, me being from Chicago initially, that's going to be exciting. Certainly drive around my my initial home state there. But I'm certainly excited to get to those areas of the country, but I'm perfectly fine, handling the areas of the country like Kansas or whatever that are a little less thrilling visually, but are what they are. So we're coming up on Wheatland, which sounds like a made-up name, but it may not be. Because we do have an exit somewhere called Cement Plant, which I'm sure is not what it really is in real life. I'm sure there's a town or a road or something, if that type of thing is there, but yeah, so Wheatland just gives us... So if you've seen those gates, they look like railway gates. I don't know that I've talked about this as I've driven out here out west, but if you're not familiar with that, those are gates that they will lower if they have to close the interstate due to snowfall. So being out west here, kind of in the Rocky Mountain area, you can get snow that they can't clear through here. We're actually just looking at some of that on some YouTube videos last night, just all around the country, in Kansas and other places that just got hammered with a blizzard in the last day or two. I think it was on the 9th of January. So, And they probably should have closed the interstate in those areas because there were some pretty bad wrecks. So that was kind of the video we were watching.
Keep right. And
That's
then
interesting.
exit right.
So they're like working on that exit, and then they've got this. Oh, come on. Why am I not
Exit
surprised? So let's see where it sends us. But we are detoured
Finding
again.
a new route.
So this will definitely be more than long enough now. But I'm assuming it's just, oh, I can't exit right here. Cheyenne's a big city. I'm assuming there's some other exit here. Looks like we got black horse carriers up there ahead of us. Pretty large carrier here in the US. You'll see their trucks around pretty much nationwide, I think. I'm many states east of here, and I see them. So them being out here in Wyoming is, you know, yes, it's a sim, so maybe they don't have routes out here, but I would venture to guess that they do, and they'll probably go anywhere as long as someone pays them. Alright, let's see where it sends us. So I'm glad I didn't take the urgent delivery, which I think was my alternative. Oh boy, it's not having me exit here either. How far am I going to have to go? Okay. Because otherwise, I see we would have gone around and gone around the top. Okay. So it's a little bit of a square around Cheyenne.
And then exit right.
Garth Brooks had a song, The Beaches of Cheyenne.
Exit right.
If you like country music, it's a good song. Probably a little less known, but kind of a sad, a little bit depressing song, but it's a good song. It's a great country song for sure. Alright. But yeah, so we've got the full 3 map teams. We now know what they're working on. So, you know, I had my bets on that we were going to get at least a Dakota, if not the 2 Dakotas in a package together, announced next. I was clearly wrong, but hey, that's part of the fun. I still think, you know, I don't know, logically now it would be Louisiana or the Dakotas next. If they suddenly go up to Minnesota, like they're in essence sealing the Dakotas off, which would be weird. So,
exit right.
Well, I guess they have Iowa, so I suppose they would have to go to Iowa before they get to Minnesota. Or, I don't know, now I'm like losing the map in my head.
Turn
I'm
left.
usually pretty good, but I'll blame it on my sickness. Yeah, we'll do that. Not on any meds, as I said, or well, maybe I didn't say, but I'm not, so I can't claim it's that I'm foggy from medication that's making me woozy or something. All aboard American Lines. I'm looking at the billboard that you can't see now, and that I could barely see then, because I'm like, is it a trait? Or is it one of the real billboards for something? Like the real companies, but there's the Cheyenne sign. We've already discovered Cheyenne. We've been through here, as you can see.
Right. And then turn right.
Right. It doesn't like the guardrail. I'm getting a warning that something's next to me. Alright, well, we're going to need to stop. Well, there's the American Lines ahead of us, whatever that's supposed to be. Alright, I got a little confused. I was changing the camera views. I'm like, am I looking straight forward or not?
And then go straight.
What?
Go straight.
Okay. It said keep right and then go straight. I'm like, so am I turning right? And, whew, I'm glad it's not like wrong way, because I'm worried this could be a tricky yard to get into. It honestly feels like it would have been better to go the other way, but I don't know. Looks like it's Trashdale, though. It'd be helpful if they didn't leave them on the street. Put them on your driveway, people. Alright, so we're bringing this to some sort of a chemical plant or facility.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
Alright, chevron. So, actually not too bad. It would have probably been fine either way.
You have arrived at your destination.
Alright, so we're there. The question is, how do we get there? I'm guessing this way, but I could be very, very wrong. No, I think that's it. I guess that gentleman's either there to observe and laugh at us, or maybe he'll be there to help. Thinking it's the first one, just because. So let's see. Am I far enough now? Alright. So, which way do I want? I think I want to go this way. So we're doing a bit of a blind side here, which I don't like. I have the mirror on the other side, but goodness gracious. I'm gonna move. Whoops. Totally messed up the way I'm doing things here. Alright, so let me try to turn much more aggressively here. Because I was being careful, because I'm like, well, I know there's stuff on that side, but clearly I need to be over here. So let's see. It's not like I'm getting any real benefit looking out that window, so we'll spare you and I the crazy sound. Ugh, I messed that up. That's me not being a professional truck driver. Totally turned the wrong way, and at this point, rather than trying to fix what I totally screwed up, now I'm trying to figure out. I'm still not sure. Nope, I'm going the wrong way again. I was better looking out the window. It made more sense in my brain, obviously. And again, because obviously in the cab you're normally probably backing up that way more than you are the other way. Now I'm worried I'm getting too close to the building, but no. Yeah. Too far away. So let's see. But now it's a little less blindside, so let's see. I want to go this way, I think. No. Ay. Can't take me anywhere today. I really apologize for this. I'm not sure that I'm any better off than I was. My goodness. Alright. How far forward do I need to go here? And I've got some room, so it's always good. Like, there was virtually no benefit of pulling in the way I did. Other than if I suddenly start hitting this other wall, but hopefully that won't happen. We should be clear by now. Kind of willing to just wait for the bump in case it doesn't work, but it doesn't look like we're going to fit here in the footprint it's giving us, but hopefully it gives us credit. There we go. Alright. Whoops. I just pulled forward, which I didn't mean to do. I just wanted to stop that incessant beeping. Alright, let's deliver. Alright, so we had leveled up last time. So obviously just starting to move along. We're not really doing any of the things. You know, we might get to do Cruising Kansas, but not even sure we're going to get any credit for any of that stuff. Because I don't want to deviate from what I'm doing in the series, which is, I'm now a hazmat operator. I shouldn't just be hauling around strange decorations or whatever. But in any event, got that delivery done. Hope it was enjoyable for those who have been waiting. Hope you're glad to see it back. You know, I did make a comment on one of my golf videos that's coming up in the next few days. I don't think it's out yet. This will be out first. And I'm like, I promise I'm not turning into a golf-only channel. Because I think in the last month and a half, I might have, certainly the last 2 to 3 weeks, like literally it's just been golf videos. I did get sucked into the black hole that I was worried about. I did finally get involved in Flight Sim, and that has absorbed me as I was worried to some degree it would, but it's a wonderful experience. I'm enjoying it because I found out I could fly with a controller, like a Xbox controller, so that actually makes it pleasant as opposed to every time I've tried it before, because I didn't want to invest in any special equipment. I was using the keyboard, and that just made it unbearable and not pleasant at all. And so I've been spending a lot of time just learning that world, because I'm not a pilot. I've never studied that. It was completely foreign to me. So between that and the ATC stuff I'm doing on VATSIM and so forth, I've been doing a lot of things that just aren't making the channel. I'm debating doing anything with Flight Sim on the channel, but there's just so many other people that are so well versed in it and so forth, and there's other things that I need to be doing or that I have on the channel that I think I'm better at. It's just, I'm being upfront with folks. It's not that I'm not interested in doing the other things. It just right now that has caught my attention a bit, so the other pieces are slowing down a bit just because of that. But hopefully the audience will stick with me, and when I do put things out, hopefully people will still come by and view them. Yeah, I'm still expecting, to try to get back onto a more consistent schedule, but I think I hinted at the end of the year, even before I got into that just real life's getting a little busy, and so there may be less frequency of content, but I don't know that I've had a single person that was watching everything I was putting out anyway. I think it was just a lot, maybe too much. So we'll see how everything goes. But anyway, just wanted to give this demographic who likes truck sims a little bit of background of what's happening, because you may not watch the other videos and understand. So just want to make sure. So things will be coming. I am still waiting if you enjoy the Euro truck as well. As I said, I'm just kind of holding off on getting back into that series until I can bring in West Balkans, and it's just frankly taking a lot longer than I expected. I think we're like 2 months, maybe even 3 months in at this point, waiting, and no real update on where things stand. So it might be another 3 months. I don't know. But in the meantime, we'll be doing things here in ATS, and hopefully that'll be enough truck sim content to keep you interested. As always, if you've liked the video, please consider dropping a like if you haven't done that already, and if you're not a subscriber yet, please consider that. With that, I'll see you next time.